One of the reasons Tumisho grabbed this role and ran with it was the sheer variety of experiences suddenly open to him. Even a big Isidingo star would never get to rap jump on the set of a soapie.
That was the most fun I've ever had with my clothes on, of course.
He could be the all-action lead and at other times allow his celebrity guests the space to say their piece.
I'll tell my friends I was on top billing, and they'll say, "Oh wow, where'd you go?" And I'll say I went somewhere to the bush and Tumisho shot me. And they'll be like, "You got a raw deal."
One constant in Mr. Masha's life has been the attraction of boxing. Here at Nick Durant's gym, he prepared for his role in the film Catch a Fire, directed by Philip Noyce, who's also directed Harrison Ford and Denzel Washington.
Tumisho Masha is the handsome gentleman who presented Top Billing between 2004 and 2009. If there's one person who knows how to roll with the punches, it's him.
This is more than a passing hobby. The trainer for his film role was none other than four-time lightweight world champion Hawk Makepula, the one fighter who managed to defeat baby Jake Matlana.
Chad! Well done, Tyson! How are you? Actually, no, I'm okay. You majored in drama back in varsity. Where did the interest for presenting come from?
Well, I mean, presenting is like any other acting job. So whether you've done Shakespeare, you've done modeling, you've done ballet dancing, who would want to do top billing as a presenting job?
At the press screening for the film Jumper, Tumisho had a chance to visit Rome as well as Egypt and to share the screen with Star Wars lead Hayden Christensen.
I'd like to get to Egypt, and you know I got a bit of a problem because I didn't really bring a visa for that.
That's all right, man. I'll take you there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
There's no problems. I mean,
it's not a big deal, dude. Really, I'll jump you there, and it'll be cool.
I got a South African passport, and usually whoa.
Here we are.
Hey. That was crazy. I think I got jump lag.
The master of one-liners, travel is in his blood. Whether diving in Croatia or discovering India, his fascination with people and places stems from his own multicultural background. He's Paddy, with a mum who's half Tswana, half Ndebele, and a dad who's Zulu, Siswati, and Paddy.
Emperor Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal as a shrine to his wife Mumtaz Mahal, and it took 20,000 people 22 years to build it at a cost of 3 million rupees, which in today's terms would cost $75 million.
And in another lifetime, his talent for boxing may well have made him a title contender. But when he did officially get into the ring at the Charity Variety Celebrity Boxing Challenge, he did better than just look the part.
People think that I'm just a pretty boring top billing. But I show you I can knock you out.
You had some memorable moments on Top Billing.
Yeah, I really have. Well, since we're talking about boxing, one of them was actually meeting Mike Tyson. You've had some serious injuries in some of your fights.
You have to be willing to endure pain. You know, I mean, we're in the hurt business. Boxing is the hurt business. So you also have to be willing to endure the pain in the business. Some people can endure more than others. And that's what separates the good from the great and the great from the legends.
One boxing interview I did enjoy was Layla Ali. She's a very exquisitely beautiful woman who really can throw a punch. What was it like growing up as a daughter of the greatest sportsman that ever lived?
You don't really know as a child that your dad is the greatest, most famous man in the world. You just know that people treat you different. People give you more attention. You definitely have a sense of that you're different than everybody else, but in a good way.
What other talents of your father's do you feel that you've inherited?
It's not so much just talent, more so than just confidence and self-belief just to do whatever I want to do. So I'm not intimidated by anybody.
Nor was Tumisho by any amount of speed, and his appetite was soon to be satisfied by a day's racing in some seriously fast cars at Kyalami.
Can we go a little faster?
That was the request, whatever the surface and whatever the means.
There were lots of action-adventure moments, and that's what really drew me to the program. I wanted to be part of the action. I wanted to experience things that I could never do in my everyday life. There was quad biking in the dunes of Swakopmund in Namibia. That was awesome. But I got sand in my mouth, in my nose, in my ears. I'm not even going to mention the other places.
Fortunately, all the exercise meant he could afford to indulge in all the cooking that top billing is so well known for.
Lorna, I have done countless interviews in restaurants, but more specifically countless interviews in the kitchens of restaurants. I've always wondered, have I really picked anything up? Well, today we're going to find out. You be the judge.
I'm going to be the judge, and I hope you bring it, because I'm very critical when it comes to my food.
I'm not a great onion chopper, but I know flavor, okay?
There was also the added ingredient of pressure, knowing his wife Zosie was joining us for lunch.
Chef Sydney has asked me to make one of my favorite dishes here at Signature, which is a paradise steak fillet. And then we're going to make a very special white sauce. It's going to consist of snails and these prawns, which have been very nicely cleaned for us.
Tumisho proved equally at home enjoying the simple pleasures of a boy's own African escape with Isidingo castmates Brandon Orette and Emmanuel Castis.
We went out there and we caught a beautiful, beautiful fish. It was, I believe, a tuna fish, and we cooked that.
We saw the fish, we caught the fish, and now we eat the fish. That's the ultimate boys' holiday.
Okay, guys. Bon appetit.
Hey, bon appetit.
A natural comic, when paired with his friend David Kau, they were a regular Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy.
Another highlight was going to Croatia.
It's time now for the South Africans to invade as well. David?
Chaperone, boss.
How about here, boss?
They don't even know we're coming.
Add some color to the city.
Let's get a vest.
We had an amazing time. I had probably the worst flu I've ever had in my life, but also Betty laughs from the beginning of the trip to the end of the trip.
With David being the butt of the jokes, of course.
We had a lot of salt water.
Yeah.
Which is, always good for the digestive system.
Considering I still can't swim, I think I did okay.
How well Tumisho had fared with that steak and prawn dish while entertaining us, we were about to find out.
All right, Chef, what do you think of my rather amateur attempt?
No, it looks good, but then you actually forgot to add the garnish.
Of course, there you go.
And there we go.
It's a beautiful plate. Thank you very much.
Masha's self-confidence in any circles goes back to an education his parents sacrificed much to provide. His wife now enjoys the benefits of a fully rounded human being.
This is pretty good, I think. What do you think?
I think you think it's pretty good because you made it.
Okay, but what do you think of the food?
Well done. I'm impressed.
Tumisho, in what way do you think top billing contributed to your success and your career?
It's really made a lot of South Africans take me very seriously, not only as a presenter, but even as a businessman, funny enough. When I walk into a boardroom, a lot of people, once you've been on top billing, assume that you know a little bit about the good life. You know a lot about what it takes when we talk about lifestyle. And if you go into any sort of corporate as a marketer, introducing any sort of product, people really want to listen to you, because top billing kind of opens your eyes to a lot of things that are happening around the world.
What best qualified Tumisho for this job is not all the roles he's so good at playing, but that he's just so good at being himself.